Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. He'll bring it out. It's Lockett. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll leave it with the lone back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Third and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Johnson looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Lockett. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, it's a nice job tackling on defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that third down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
Punt is on its way. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Quick toss. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Run it with the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. Toss sweep to the left. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy.
Third and short, there's a lot of ways to get it in the run game. You're not just going to hand it off and go power. How about the toss play? Getting the ball in the hands of the tailback quickly, and he's able to skirt his way to get the first.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. They'll run the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
So now it's 2nd and long. Goes to the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Taylor wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Bridges. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Give to the big fullback. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like nice 1st down execution.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. Hand off to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, midshipman.
1st and goal. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can. Pound the football straight ahead. Get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lockett. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Johnson wants to throw it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. And Navy will go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He'll ride his man on the option. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Turning it, headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Navy!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Lockett. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Johnson looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Winfield.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll take it himself. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. And here comes the Navy offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The midshipmen could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And now in the pitch, the ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Wildcats. The defense putting points on the board.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And he added the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. On the option. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
Gets the back moving. On the move. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It is the great equalizer, a way for the midshipmen to be competitive. Nobody did it better on the ground than Keenan Reynolds.
And we're going to talk about it a lot throughout the ball game because Navy obviously runs the football first, second, third, then their fourth option might be to pass the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Calls his own number. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Navy.
The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. Taylor wants to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, midshipman. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He'll bring it out. It's Lockett. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick-6, David.
Nah.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Johnson wants to throw it. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Going for the big play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Makes a move. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the option. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. They'll try to get outside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. They'll give it to the back. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They boot it away. returner will be dragged down. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Johnson looking to throw. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws. Got his man on the right. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Gets it to him on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Jackson. Turns it on at midfield. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Wants to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle. It's Oakley. Breaks into the open. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Johnson wants to throw it. He's going for it all. Snags it inside the 20. That should be the final play of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Navy will go back on the attack. Now on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Oh, he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose.
And I absolutely love the option, but this is part of it, right? The quarterback has to make a lot of reads really quickly and then carry the football and take care of that thing. So I think, the fumble was caused there. We don't know why, but this is part of the option risk you run by running it.
Great place to start for this offense. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. There he goes. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
On first and goal, let's see what Kansas State calls. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Johnson looking to throw. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. All down at the 7-yard line. Good return after the pick, and now they are in business.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And here comes the Navy offense. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that would cause for you to be a little bit conservative, but keep doing you. Put that behind. It's one mistake, Jesse. Move on.
I've always been a fan of getting that guy who fumbled it, the ball back early. You got to let that guy turn the page. They need him to make plays if they're going to win this game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's second and 12. On the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The option look. He'll toss it. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
They'll send the back in motion. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Taylor wants to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Reynolds. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag
straight drives ending in fumbles now for this offense. Guys just have to start hanging on to the football. There's nothing schematic that has to change. They've just got to get back to fundamentals, 5 points of pressure, and prioritize holding on to the ball.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Rice. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Wide receiver going in motion. Johnson wants to throw it. With the catch, it's Lockett. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Kansas State has it 1st and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Kansas State. And here they come almost all the way back. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. Turning it on. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Here comes the option. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most unselfish positions you can find in football. They block 99% of the time. But when you can give them that rock, get a first down, those guys are really big. You know, they're really powerful. They usually fall forward. No nonsense, no jukes, just hit you in the mouth.
Got a man. It's Reynolds. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's what he catches, big fella.
They'll run the option. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Fullback's got it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. Toss to the outside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, it's third and short. The offense is trying to go outside with the toss play, but too much speed defensively, forcing fourth down.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. At the 45 on his way. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Rides the back on the option to give. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
And the Wildcats with the 1st and 10. Now on the move. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Let's go! Off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. Touchdown, Wildcats! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Rice is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 21 over Liberty. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythms.
Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
One thing you know with this guy, fullback, he's not going to fumble the football. I think that's why they're handing it off to him in the 4th quarter with the lead.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Goes to the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I think the biggest thing you're probably disappointed in on offense is your lack of success running the football. And they've tried to give this guy the ball a few times in this game. Here we are in the 4th quarter. Still not a lot to show for it. Game really close in this juncture. And you just wonder how many more times are they going to give him a try handing the ball off.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And that is big time late in the game that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
He'll ride his man on the option. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. The give to the tailback. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Lockett. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Johnson wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
Time is not on their side. Down 6 late. 4th down looming. They'll have to get this to stay in it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.